in Seattle, Washington.
These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Second down and 8.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake it at Stafford. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Brady going to throw.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded. But what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get out to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Brady.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
So the completion good for 7 there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
From the gun, it's Brady. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Come on.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady gets this one to Juszczyk. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Joe Mixon
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obvious.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 41, Brady. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. These 2 teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Brady's throw complete there to McLeod. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On 2nd and a couple, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stafford looks to throw again.
This is the tight end fan.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Mixon. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Tanner Muse. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Again to Henry.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again on second down. Brady over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jordan Brooks with it. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Flush to his right. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's going to be a long day. That's going to be right. Check.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack to see how they attack him here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got you.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stafford on 3rd down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This is caught.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay. Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it,
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Fourth touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to complete this one to McLeod.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here's Garoppolo to throw.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing here, Stafford. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. So the victory here for Seattle.